of Time fans! Welcome back to Tori Talks with Dr. S. I'm Tori, this is Dr. S. Today we will discuss Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 3, as our rewatch. It's called A Place of Safety. Okay, so we do have our heroes separated. So let's first talk about Nynaeve because that's where it opens up, right? So it starts by showing her being dragged off by a Trolloc by her beautiful braids. And then the little Trolloc gets distracted and she's able to run away and hide in the sacred pool before killing him. Now, I forgot about that, so I was like, yeah! So I felt like I was watching it for the first time.
It was so cool. I kind of forgot about it too.
Yeah.
But then as it was happening, I was like, I didn't remember that she's going to kill it. I thought maybe she was going to hide, like, underwater.
I thought she just ran away.
Yeah. I know. And it was so beautiful the way the blood, like, filled up the pool and then it, like, transitioned into, like, the forest.
It's not sacred anymore, is it?
Yeah. I was like, ooh, that's a very artsy transition.
Yeah, and the way she flips her hair back.
Yes,
I was
that's
like
a signature thing from the books too, right?
Powerful.
So, yeah.
Very powerful. So just that little part, I was like, oh my gosh, I know. I was like, but now I actually root for her knowing who she is. So it made me even more proud.
Yes.
Okay, so back to now when she's trying to threaten Lan. That's hilarious. That's kind of cute.
I know.
But basically, you see the chemistry right away.
Totally. He's very impressed by how cool she is.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she escaped the Trolloc. She killed it. And she had its sword, which I guess that's a big deal that she would, like, get the weapon, too. And apparently the whole, like, he was like, how did you find me? Because he's a really good tracker.
Right.
And so the fact that she was able to find him it kind of, like, questions his abilities.
Yeah,
so
that's
very
true.
layered, very deep.
But he does knock her out.
Yeah, well.
It's very romantic. Ties her to a tree.
I mean, he didn't want to kill her, so.
Yeah, he had to do what he had to do. He has to protect Moraine at all costs, right?
Yeah. I mean, she was going to kill him.
Yeah.
I feel like she really would have. For her kids. Like her friends, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are her babies.
I wonder if she would have.
Yeah.
Well, it sure looked like it, right?
Right.
So he said, I will take you down from this tree if you heal her. Because Moraine is really bad. She's like gravely ill.
Yeah, she's like on her deathbed. And she's so pale.
Oh my God. I know. And Nynaeve does.
Yeah.
She does her best and she says, now we wait. So then that's them.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Matt and Rand. Okay. Again, Rand's a little like, what the heck is going on? And Matt is the voice of reason for a little while.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, so they come upon this small town and there's an innkeeper named Dana.
Oh.
And she offers them a place to stay, but they have to like earn their keep, right? Meanwhile, we get to see, you love him so much, the Gleeman.
Tom Maryland.
Yes. And that's
Silver Fox.
He's very handsome.
He is very
He's very
handsome.
charming. So I remember watching the first time, listening to this song, and it just went right over my head about the tortured man who caused the whole world to break, and he's the man who can't forget. I'm like, well, poor guy, whoever he is. And now it means so much more to me, and it is so beautiful.
Yes. I remember it being just beautiful because it was music.
And his beautiful voice.
Yeah. A beautiful man.
Beautiful man.
But now it's like, oh, it's the story. And I'm not going to pretend that I get the whole story, but the more we hear it retold, then I'm like, oh, okay, it's starting. I get it now.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't he singing about the dragon? Oh.
I don't get it that much.
I don't know. Okay, just kidding.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
We're getting there.
Yeah. But anyway, nonetheless, it was nice to hear that song again. And then after this, Matt's attitude totally changes. And he's like negative. And he's like, the parrot and Egwene are probably dead. And he's like, I just want to go home. I just want to go. I'm like, okay.
You can't go home, guys.
Yeah, what?
There's no going home because, the
just
Trollocs are going to come and kill you guys.
But he's just like kind of giving up, maybe.
Yeah.
He even goes to rob the guy who's hanging, the hanging corpse. But then he's intercepted by Tom, who says this is an Aiel.
Yeah.
We learned about the Aiel a little bit, the warrior. Anyway, so then they're like, both decide like, they have like a moment there,
Yeah, they
right?
do. Like they have like a coming to terms, and Matt helps him bury the Aiel that everybody deserves a respectful death. I mean, he still robs the grave.
He still robs him.
Yeah, gets that little shiny, glowing thing.
Object of sorts. Yes. And then while that's going on, Rand is doing his chores. Then Dana
chopping the wood.
Dana tries to kiss him. And then she's like, oh, is it you don't want to kiss me because I look too much like Egwene? It's like, how the hell do you know?
Yes.
And then this is where I learned what a dark friend is.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember. I mean, she doesn't say, "Oh, I'm a dark friend," right? But I remember it was in the comments that somebody said, "Oh, she's a dark friend." I'm like, "A dark friend? What the heck does that mean?"
Right, and then Tom Maryland says it too when he comes to save them. But I remember her speech, the speech that she gives, and I remember thinking the first time, and even this is my third time seeing it now, that she has some good points, right? It's like the whole ending the suffering thing, right? It's a whole like the good and evil is not really clear cut. Everybody thinks they're good. Isn't that always the case though? In life, like people don't think I am the bad person.
Right.
Everyone thinks they are the righteous. Oh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so it's what's best is for Rand to serve the dark one. I always think I'm going to say it's dark one. Is it dark one?
Dark one.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Because if he serves, she wants the breaking of the wheel.
Yeah.
Because the world is full of suffering. Well, that's true.
I mean, is she wrong?
She wants a reset.
Right.
And then in that reset, there's a chance that things will be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that bad? This
was a huge topic of discussion the first time around because I was like, oh, the dark one's the bad guy. Bad guy. And then when Ishii comes around, we're like, oh, wait, but his actual motive is to end human suffering.
Yeah. So then it's hard to know, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's still there. Yeah. And I think that's what everyone is saying is like what's so profound about these books is that there's a debate. There's something, it's not just like, oh, the bad.
Right, the good and the bad. Yeah.
Fascinating.
It was one of the layers that I didn't realize was going to be a part of this whole thing. But yeah, just the term dark friend, I think it just went over my head. But then, when they were explaining, like, there's little dark friends along the way, and then I was like, oh, and that's when I started suspecting everybody.
That's when it got really fun for us.
Yeah.
When we realized, like, oh, there could be other dark friends. Yes. We might know them.
Yes.
And then we start looking for them. And we're very paranoid now.
Everyone.
Anyone can be a dark friend.
Guilty until proven innocent. So anyway, Dana holds him captive and makes a point to say, oh, you can't break down the story. It would take like the strength of 3 men, or not even 3 men could do it. And Rand's like, boom, and it's down.
Yeah.
So that was a big moment. I didn't realize it the first time
Didn't catch it the first time at all.
I was like, okay.
Didn't connect it, even though she had just said it.
She just said it. I know.
Now I'm just like, duh. Clearly the dragon.
Yeah.
Super powered.
I'm sure somebody commented and said, but did you notice that she said that? And then so this is where we're learning of his strength. Yeah. I mean, we're learning of everybody's strength, right? Like, we're learning why these people are suspected of being the Dragon Reborn, right?
Yeah, because they are all special people. Yeah. But on that scene too, I forgot about the little humorous rapport. And I really want more of that, right? The whole, like, she's kind of, like, making fun of him, like, saying, like, oh, you and Matt, and he's like, no. And then he's like, oh, well, if I was into men, I could do better.
Yeah, that's right. Kind of kept it light.
Yeah, and I think, like, Matt and Rand had a little humor going when they were chopping the wood, too, So, I don't know. I would like to see more of that. I hope we get more of that. Like, now that they are reunited, right? So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Tom kills her, so. Just gonna throw that out there. She's done.
And when you were watching it though, you remembered how she died? Like, did you? Because I remembered.
I did not.
That he was gonna. No, I had to not look, because it was like
it's pretty
a jump scare. So I was just like, oh god, it's about to happen.
I did forget that.
Happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it still got me.
Oh, well.
Because I didn't look away at the right time.
They're good at what they do,
Yeah.
Okay, let's now talk about Egwene and Perrin. So did Egwene start that fire?
She did.
It was like definitely her, right?
Because she was totally doing the thing.
Didn't he say, like, was that you or me?
Yeah. He knew.
Again, we're learning their powers.
Yeah, because he was not very good at the strike he would not do well on Survivor.
He would not.
He cut himself.
Yeah. Oh, Perrin, sweet Perrin. I love him so much. Okay, so they think there's a pack of wolves that are hunting them. Turns out they're just leading them. They're helping them. And we know that for sure now. But,
but at the time, we didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it leads them to the cutest little people I've ever seen. The Tinkers, the Tuathan. And we learn of their spirit and their, like, anti-violence and just, like, how sweet these people are.
Yes.
And amazing. And
I love them.
And
I'm sure we'll get more of them in the future seasons.
Okay, and then in the end, we get to see my favorite character, which at the time I did not know would be my favorite character. We have Lan and Nynaeve and Moraine, and they're just, minding their own business, and then they come across Leandrin and friends, and she says like hello to her, like, hey, what's up, sister?
Like, hey, how's it going? So yeah, don't bother. I already got him.
I got him. He's back here. And then that's when we see Logain.
Yes. And we see like the Aes Sedai are like everywhere. Like one on a cliff, like two are like controlling him. What's it called when they control him? Like
not still. Gentile. No.
Gentle.
Is that it?
Gentle?
Gentle?
Yeah.
Well, gentile.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gentle?
Yeah. And in the little clip
Still?
I think that one is for the Aes Sedai and one is
for
the I think it's gentle.
Okay.
I don't know.
We need to brush up.
Sure you guys will tell us.
Let us know.
But I think I watched the little clip.
Yeah.
And they said that the reason Moraine's like so speechless is because it should just take one Aes Sedai to like gentle someone, but they need two.
Well, he thinks he's the Dragon Reborn, you know, so
yeah,
gotta take it seriously too. And if he has that much strength,
he's very powerful.
That's a big deal.
And if he's that powerful, but then of course now we know that he is not.
Yes.
How powerful is the actual dragon?
That's true. And I have to mention, we did see Leandrin in another episode, but it was like at this time that I was like, I found out her name was Leandrin.
Oh yeah.
But again,
there was no need to say it before.
Well, yes, yeah, and she is an Aes Sedai, so I'm like, cool. She's a great
they're
person.
all on the same team supposedly. Yeah. Nope, not at all actually. Nope.
Which we will find out. Anyway, okay. Well, that was episode 3. Okay, everybody, please comment because you always do, and we love it so much. And it's so much fun to talk to you guys. And then, of course, we will see you next week for episode 4. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.